Okay, so why Buendia hates his fans? So, disclaimer, not all of them, but some of them. Kasi when I heard the full interview about the Minsan song, and that is not about the Eraserheads, that's just one of the factors that he has distaste with the fans. But not all of them, okay? Just some crazy fans because the interviewer, the partner of Sab, I think you said that in their past podcast, a few diehard Eraserheads fans commented that, Kuchan, ina ka, sino ka bang bakla ka nag-interview kay Lord Eddie Buendia? Parang ganun. So, ano na yan, parang out of taste na yan, parang squats na eh. Parang crazy na. Parang under substance abuse na. So, hindi na sane, hindi na sober. So, gusto niyang iwasan mga ganung klaseng fans, so mga rabid crazy fans. So sabi niya yung mga ano yun, mga parang may mga mental issues ng mga tao yun. May mga issues na. So delikado yun. Sabi niya delikado yun. Ayaw niyang i-tolerate mga ganun behavior. So and he's just honest, the man is just being honest. He's being interviewed and he has no choice but to be honest in honor of his friend's daughter, in my own point of view. So he wants to be gracious to help the daughter of his friend that passed away, and he wants to be as honest and transparent as possible. And he didn't ask to be interviewed, so Sab was saying, "Be honest, be honest." So what can Ellie do? He has to be honest to because he. I'm not saying that he's doing it only for his friend, the father of the interviewee ba? Ano ba? Maybe he's also doing it out of his goodwill as well, and he just wants to set the record straight. So maraming fans offend, like me, but for me, I can accept it and move on. So I've been to a lot of bands. Some of them were close friends, and some of the additional ones were introduced by their friend or recruited during an audition, and we just came together, and we became friends. But they have very very different personalities, and some of them have like very different upbringings, which one has like OCD, and uses an excuse to be rude to people, so stuff like that. So and my latest band, we were not close. We were just looking for bandmates. So whoever is willing to, because the company contest needed like a minimum of 3 or 4 members. So and I had to step back to be a backup vocalist and guitarist for that for others to shine, because if they're not on the uh, spotlight, they're not gonna perform. They're gonna cancel it last minute. So whatever, and then when they're on the spotlight, they're shy and they hide in the corner in front of the stage. So anyway, so I also performed with Barbie and Lobbies here. So and we're not friends. So you don't have to be friends. You don't have to be close friends. But in the music industry, with Eli Buendia, so it's not about the Razorheads. The client, Minsan song, the meeting at the Kalayaan. So you're looking for bandmates. Strangers will come to you. So you're not friends from the beginning. So you might have different personalities. You might not agree with each other, but it's work. It's a job. Being in a band is a job. So I had jobs. I had coworkers. I consider everyone who's nice to me a friend, but some I don't. So so I don't have to be friends with everybody, but but we can still work together. We can still perform. I can still help the team to become a top team that perform and share my knowledge and my tips and my advice on what I know, because I'm sometimes the top agent. So the team leader wants me to share my best practices, my skills, my knowledge, my advanced techniques. my the tech knowledge, my handling, so my work handling, my work ethics. So they want me to rub off on the work ethics to rub off on my coworkers, and sometimes they kind of resent me about that because they're being pressured. But anyway, so you don't have to be friends with your boss, with your record label, with your manager. It's a job. Someone has to do that job. Someone has to be a promoter. Someone has to be your advertiser. Someone has to be your marketer. Someone has to be your bouncer. You don't have to be close friends with your bodyguard, but there's trust. There's trust. So I'm sure at one point, maybe he considered them as friends, but yeah, but I believe that he considered them as friends, but not just close friends. So, and this is why Elibendia hates some of the fans and his legacy in the Razorheads, because he cannot grow, because all these fans have expectations and fantasies of them being so close together like brothers, like uh, like eating in kinamayan in one plate, something like that. So he wants to grow as a person, and it was a stepping stone in their career. So if the music was good, the writing was good. That's what's important. But it's a job. I worked also in a restaurant or whatever jobs. I made great food. I got satisfied customers. I got perfect surveys. I have tips. I have commendations. So, but it doesn't mean that. Where was I? Getting amnesia now. So tired. But it doesn't mean that. Yeah. So it's work. It's work, but it doesn't mean uh, I have to take it personally. So Ellie did not take it the career. I think he just trying to separate. He doesn't want to take it too personally. He took it too personal as well. He wrote songs from the heart, from the soul, and he said, later albums less soul, less effort, less gracious maybe, but that's what he wants. He wants us to move on. He wants the fans to move on. So if the fans are too pushy or toxic about it, or keep harassing him. So I think he will be less inclined to do reunion concerts, unless he's gonna get hungry. But he's still doing concerts, reunion concerts. I think he loves those songs. But I think, in my opinion, mostly he just wants to keep it that way. Just like Batman trilogy, he wants to end it that way on a high note. The last album probably he said, I think, was it the highest note. I wasn't too pleased about that, but they still ended up stop high, you know. And people say that one of the interviewers said, Huling El Bimbo was the greatest song ever. So he's under that pressure. So at least if he's moving on to other careers, other bands, other or solo, he's being more of himself, more expressive of himself, and he's out of the shadow of Razorheads, and he can write songs that are not based on Razorhead standards, and also he's outgrown that phase. Sure, he has fantasies of going back and recording, but he said nobody will listen to the new material, and he might write better songs, but not much listens to the material, the new material, So that's just one of the reasons. But I think he just wants to grow and move on, and uh, wants to have more control, more to grow as a person. That's why sometimes you separate with friends and families, because you need to grow as a person. You leave your bands. Sometimes they go to a solo career. So yeah, it's not personal. As I said, I've been to a lot of bands, and some of them were not friends. And sometimes we changed members, and sometimes I was the leader. Oftentimes I was the leader, so I had to choose. So if I didn't like this person, it's nothing personal, so we have to switch out to someone else, something like that. So um, But we also had a band, a rock band, a pop band, whatever, alternative band, whatever. But I also had a boy band, and some of them were on that boy band. I quit my boy band as well, that group of friends, because I'm done with that phase, and we're just not seeing eye to eye anymore. We're different worlds, so uh, I can't grow if I. Yeah, of course, I still consider them friends, but some of them, shown some attitudes that are not um, loyal. So when it comes push comes to shove, so I can't grow if I keep on pulling these people up, but neglecting myself, and then compromising myself, and then they grow in me. Nothing will happen to me. So because I put the spotlight on them. Sometimes I get the spotlight. I don't want it. I'm shy. So I'm not that kind of person. But if I don't help myself, if I didn't stop that, if I didn't quit my band and try to disconnect with that past, sure, sometimes reminisce. But now I'm early retired. I bought three houses already. Early retired. Just here doing vlogs, doing exercising, gaming, whatever I want every day, and I'm going to build another house. So it's gonna be a three bedroom or four if I want. But so if I didn't pursue my guts instincts, I said like Olivia said. So the people said it's on a whim. Just when time feels, it just comes to you. It's not like on the whim. I saw in a comment. When the right time comes to you, you outgrow some group of friends. But does it mean that you're looking down on them as well? It doesn't directly mean that. It's just you have to grow on your own, find your own self, find your own success, find your own meaning, find your own purpose. And so, and also, Ellie kind of has like a bitterness inside because of maybe there's a lot of terrible experiences with fans before. I've heard some stories like maybe it's them or Parokya or Kamikaze that here when they go here, some people threw like water bottles at them. So some people are just rude, some just to get attention, just sad people. You'll see in the comments here. That's the at least in the comments it is the water bottles or stones are thrown at you are just words, but they still hurt. So Ellie wants to separate from that. He doesn't care that much anymore. Just wants to make the music he wants to make at the moment that feels right for him, and he says that quote unquote that that yeah he just if that's just a few audience, few fans, few audience, small audience, one or two or three, those are the greatest audience, he said, ever. I think that's one of his advice to his son, but also what he prefers to himself over the years after the Eheads. That's why, like me, if you don't like me, I'm not gonna force myself to you. I'm just living my life and putting out there what I want to put out, I want to share. So, but people complain, blah 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 blah. You're not fit to do taekwondo. You're fat. You look like an idiot. So, how about at least me? I'm trying to exercise. Even at this stage in life, when it hurts, my body hurts. So it hurts. It's a pain to please people. So that's why Eli Buendia tries to avoid that. But I'm not saying that I'm as good as him. I'm just admiring the guy, and then we should respect his sentiments. Barbie Almavi said in an interview, that's the truth. That's their truth. We should respect that. If they're not very close friends, if they're not like Borokya, so be it. So be it. He's got his own friends. He's an introvert. I don't think he's lying when saying they're not friends, but they might be friends, but not really close friends. So of course, the chemistry. There's a connection there. Otherwise, they won't make good songs, good albums. But same as with work, I don't have to be work friends with my teammates and my boss, but we could still be top team. We could still perform on top. We could have my teammates perform on top, even though we're not friends. Because you're just doing what's right for the common good, or not what's right for you, or what's right for the situation at the moment. These are jobs, bands are jobs, so there's a lot of pressure. So you meet a lot of people that you do not consider as friends. So anyway, that's it.